We say nothing. Abuela wants tonight to be perfect. Till the Guzmans leave, you did not break into Bruno's tower. The magic is not dying. The house is not breaking. Luisa's gift is not fading. No one will know. Just act normal.
When Encanto first hit screens, it didn't just become another Disney hit, it became a cultural moment. The film, set in the heart of Colombia, was filled with vibrant color, catchy songs, and deep themes about family, expectations, and identity. But even with everything it gave us, there's still a bunch of room for the story to grow. That's why Encanto 2 feels like such an exciting opportunity. It's a chance to expand on what made the first film so beloved while exploring characters who still have so much more to tell, especially Bruno Madrigal. But let's face it, Bruno was one of the most fascinating and memorable parts of Encanto. The mysterious uncle who could see the future quickly became a fan favorite. Even though the entire town sang about how they don't talk about Bruno, audiences around the world couldn't stop talking about him. His song became a global hit, topping charts for weeks, and made him one of Disney's most intriguing side characters in years. But the truth is, even though he had such a big presence, Bruno never really got the spotlight he deserved. That's exactly why Encanto 2 has the perfect chance to fix that. The original story of Encanto starts with Alma Madrigal, the family matriarch who escapes an armed conflict with her husband and 3 children. Tragically, her husband's death leads to the creation of a miracle, a magical candle that blesses Alma's descendants with extraordinary powers. Each child in the Madrigal family receives a gift, creating a household full of magic and wonder. But for Bruno, that gift came with a heavy price. His power to see into the future often caused misunderstandings and fear, making others avoid him. That's part of what makes Bruno's story so heartbreaking. He's not evil or dangerous, he's just misunderstood. His visions were never meant to hurt anyone, they simply revealed truths that others weren't ready to face. The song We Don't Talk About Bruno captured that perfectly, giving us the villagers' and family's perspective of him. But what we never got was Bruno's own voice. He didn't get to sing his story, to express his loneliness, or to explain what it felt like to live in isolation all those years. So if there's one thing Encanto 2 absolutely needs, it's Bruno's solo song. It would be such a powerful moment, finally letting him express what's been building up inside him. And with John Leguizamo's incredible vocal range, Disney has the perfect opportunity to deliver something unforgettable. He's shown his talent before, both in musicals like Moulin Rouge and even in animated roles like Ice Age. Giving Bruno a solo number would not only honor his journey, but also give fans the emotional moment they've been waiting for. Imagine it, Bruno alone in his room, maybe late at night, surrounded by the familiar sound of whispering rats. The tone could start quietly, maybe even somber, before building into something more epic and emotional. The lyrics could explore how he struggles with his gift, how he's afraid of what his visions mean, and how hard it is to be part of a family that once feared him. The song could also include flashes of hope, showing how Bruno's acceptance by his family helped him heal. It could be something haunting, beautiful, and inspiring all at once, exactly the kind of big musical moment that could define the sequel. And because Bruno's power is such a complex one, his story naturally ties into the next generation of the Madrigals. After all, seeing the future isn't just a blessing, it's a burden. He's seen things he can't always change, and that tension could become a major theme in Encanto 2. Now that Bruno's back with his family, it would be interesting to see how he adjusts to normal life after years of solitude. He's no longer the family outcast, but he's still a man who carries the weight of knowing too much. That's fertile ground for storytelling and for great music. Of course, Bruno's not the only character whose story feels unfinished. There's also Mirabel, the brave and kind-hearted protagonist who helped bring her family back together. Many fans believe that Mirabel is destined to take on a much bigger role in the sequel, possibly as the new head of the family. The first movie drew clear parallels between her and Abuela Alma. Both are caretakers, both are deeply connected to the family, and interestingly, both started out without magical powers. It feels like Encanto 2 could build on that connection, showing Mirabel stepping into Alma's shoes and becoming the new leader of the Madrigals. There are several clues that support this idea. By the end of Encanto, it's Mirabel, not anyone else, who helps rebuild Casita after it collapses. She's also the one who places the final doorknob on the door, symbolizing a new beginning. That moment felt symbolic, almost like she was being chosen by the miracle itself. So it wouldn't be surprising if Encanto 2 explores her being appointed the new candle holder. Maybe the miracle recognizes her courage and selflessness, rewarding her by passing the responsibility on to her. And if that happens, there's also a possibility that Mirabel could finally receive powers of her own. This has been one of the most popular fan theories since the first movie came out. Many people believe Mirabel's true gift is her empathy and ability to connect with everyone, including Casita itself. But it would still be an exciting twist to see her receive a tangible magical ability. Perhaps something symbolic of her role as a unifier, like the power to strengthen the family's gifts or even bring balance when things go wrong. It's possible that her powers could be tied to a major emotional moment like the passing of Abuela Alma. Disney often includes bittersweet moments in its films to emphasize growth and love, so Alma's death could mark a turning point for Mirabel. It might even trigger a new miracle, creating a beautiful moment where Mirabel steps into her grandmother's place as the guardian of the family's magic. Instead of getting a new room of her own, maybe she inherits Alma's room, carrying on her legacy. Another exciting direction for Encanto 2 could involve diving deeper into Alma's past. We got glimpses of her younger years in the original film, but there's still so much more to tell. How did she manage to raise triplets on her own after losing her husband? What was it like discovering that her children had magical powers for the first time? Showing young Alma navigating the early chapter would not only enrich her character, but also provide a touching look at how the Madrigal family story truly began. It would also give the sequel a beautiful mix of timelines, balancing the current generation with flashbacks to the origin of the miracle. Fans could see baby Julieta, Peppa, and Bruno discovering their gifts, the first candle-lighting ceremony, and Alma's struggle to hold her family together while grieving Pedro. Those emotional moments could make the sequel even more meaningful, showing how far the Madrigals have come. And while Encanto focused mostly on healing the family's internal wounds, Encanto 2 could broaden its world a little more. Maybe new characters arrive, neighbors, relatives, or even people outside the magical valley who learn about the Madrigal's gifts. This would naturally create new challenges and adventures, giving Bruno and Mirabel more to face together. Bruno's visions could even predict a new kind of threat, forcing the family to work together again to protect their home and their miracle. Musically, there's also a lot of potential. Lin-Manuel Miranda could experiment with new rhythms and styles that reflect Colombia's rich musical heritage, while still keeping the emotional heart of Encanto. A Bruno solo could blend haunting melodies with epic orchestral sounds, while Mirabel's songs could feel bright, hopeful, and introspective. Disney could easily create another chart-topping soundtrack that stays true to the magic of the first one while exploring deeper emotions. So even though Encanto ended on a hopeful note, Encanto 2 has so many directions to go. It could explore Bruno's long-awaited redemption through his own song, Mirabel's rise as the new family leader, and Alma's untold past. The sequel could also celebrate the evolution of the Madrigals as a family, showing how their love, courage, and unity continue to shape their magical world. In the end, the heart of Encanto was always about understanding and acceptance, and that's exactly why Encanto 2 feels so promising. It's not just about adding more magic, it's about deepening the story of a family that learned to embrace each other's flaws and gifts. Bruno's voice deserves to be heard, Mirabel's journey deserves to continue, and the miracle deserves to shine brighter than ever. So while Disney hasn't officially confirmed Encanto 2 yet, it's clear there's still a lot more story left to tell. Fans are ready to return to Casita, to dance to new songs, and to watch the Madrigals grow in ways they never imagined. And if the sequel gives Bruno the spotlight he deserves, lets Mirabel step fully into her destiny, and reveals new layers of the miracle's mystery, it could easily become another magical chapter in Disney's legacy. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.